So welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Stranad or Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos and leave commentaries and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You and I thought to share where this Asian woman is calling out the black community on the trend of gingers are black. She reminded them, about Halle Bailey during her cars and the way at which ginger-headed people were like, castigating her and like trying to, tell her that she is taking their own space. This actually caused a lot of people, reasoning and like, okay, I think she's making sense, but some other people were like, okay, you don't have the right to tell us what to do. But the good thing is that I was able to put up some stitches because so many people are stitching her video, and I thought that it's actually a good thing for us to know what is going on concerning this all gingers are black thing. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
All gingers are black. Where was this energy for Halle Bailey when she was Ariel, though? Lock the doors and bar the fucking gates, because I don't remember a single ginger person calling Halle cousin. I remember them saying, not my Ariel, not my Little Mermaid. They were the most pressed group of people harassing this young woman online all over social media, berating her, being racist as fuck to her. Okay, so I know people are gonna say it's a joke, Melissa. Take a joke. You're being so serious. When you give people an inch, they're gonna take a mile. And you know what? This trend is very telling, because if you ask a non-black person what their favorite thing is about black people, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, oh, I love that they're great hype people. They make me feel cool. It's all about how black people embrace them and they love it, right? But the embracing doesn't go the other way around. You have people that want and love to be welcome to black spaces, but they don't want to welcome black people into their spaces.
I've seen a lot of people pissed off about this black people ginger thing. And I'm gonna break it down like this. If you're a white ginger, if you're a ginger, and if you're a black person, I feel like those are the two groups of people that need to be discussing this. That's it. We don't need any Asians, we don't need Hispanics, we don't need nobody else. We need the ginger whites and ginger blacks and the black people. This is what this discourse is about. I saw a guy who was considered a white ginger. So because of this, he traced his family heritage back. He did some research. Comes to find out, like, his great grandmother is black. She's a black woman. Okay? And several of them have came out and was like, yeah, I knew that. And they look white as snow. They identify white, they white, whatever, but they have an ancestor that is black, which is the cause of the red hair gene. From my understanding now, if there's some white ones who don't have any black in their family and they're gingers, I don't know. I don't know. Ask some questions. I don't know. All I can say is I saw this Asian girl and it really pissed me off. I don't know if she's Asian though. Maybe she's Asian and black. Maybe she's Asian mixed. Maybe that's why she's, talking so much about it. But she's like, to me, it feels like Asians are like to be close with whites. Like, their proximity, from my understanding, is that white is great. White. And to see white people and black people together, and white people, no matter if they're white, ginger, brown, no matter what they are, they're white, saying they're black, is pissing them off. It's really pissing them off. I had a Hispanic girl in my comments. She was like, I wish the Mexican community would have did this, because like, now the black people are going to be responsible for setting another revolution or starting something else. Oh no, because we thought that Hispanics would be, being their minorities, would be open to black people with the deportation, the Donald Trump and all that. But no, they were making comments like, what have black people done? Black people can't even save themselves. Black people, we ain't looking for black people to help us, save us. But a black woman said 3 words and now it's a whole movement with gingers, and we're loving it. Somebody just played country music for a little baby ginger, little baby, and she was looking like, what the fuck is this? He put on some hip hop and she was jamming, getting down. Sometimes it's in the DNA so far that you can't see it, but sometimes it's there. But the ginger redhead thing was, they have always been in our communities. Like, they have always been around us. Like I said, they have been mistaken maybe for albinos, but they have always been around us. I have not seen, it does not happen in the world, because people are raised by who they're raised by, and racism is taught. But the majority of the gingers that I have encountered, that I just thinking about, like, oh shit, that was a white, that wasn't even no black person. Like, I'm thinking back, and they were cool as fuck, blended right in. I can't think of an Asian that, you know, or, you know, now Latino ladies that I did have a good friend that was like I think she was Latino. I don't want to say, sweet girl, Latino. But also, anytime I used to be around Hispanics, they used to always think I was Native American, because I have Native American. So they would call it out. I used to be like, I'm black. They used to be like, yeah. And what else, bitch? Because I know you Indian, like you look like it. So I guess I blended in with the Hispanics. But anyway, they didn't like black people. They would say shit. You know what I'm saying? If I knew Spanish like really good, I would check their ass. But I used to hear, like, you know, the little words and shit like that, and it come from them. I've never heard that from a ginger. Have you, Asian lady who's talking about Ariel's hair, have you seen how Asians have treated black people in the salons? Have you seen that? Have you seen the things they say and they've done? The closest thing I can see to think about with Asian women or Asian people is K-pop. And are we going to go ahead and admit that that's R&B? Can we admit that that's R&B for once? Can we talk about this now or no? Can we not talk about this? Everybody's talking about culture. I could have sworn Asian culture was different outfits, like the dragons and all this other stuff. Maybe I don't know. Correct me. Maybe I'm ignorant of the situation. But I ain't no damn fool. I really feel like, and then the black people are in there like, talk, preach. Like, what are we talking about here? And what are we talking about here? She probably don't like yo behind half as much as a ginger. So you would rather listen to this Asian woman than the gingers who coming out their mouths and telling you, thank you, we respect you, we love you, thank you. Who gives a damn about the ones who don't? If they don't, oh well, bye. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. If you don't, you racist and you don't like black people and you can't stand them and you all this and that, then go the hell on, okay? You're not one of the ones welcome. I don't see the problem. Like, nobody is forcing y'all to do anything. Nobody forcing anybody to do anything. This is a choice. This is your choice. But for a community who has a long history, do y'all not remember South Central drinking your juice in the hood? How the Asians used to follow people around, black people around? That's why she pissed off. Because white people and black people are united and Asians feel some kind of way about us. So she wants to get in there like, hey, don't forget, they ain't no better than us because girl, mind your business. Working out. And then another thing, just to top this off, he was like, oh, they were so mad and acting about the redhead or Ariel, whatever. Well, now that we know what's going on with gingers, we understand why they were upset. Now, I'm sure they said it was some racist ones. It was like the Republicans ones, you know, we can't help them. It's some black Republicans that talk junk about black people. Like, let's not do that. We're not gonna include these Republican racist group of people that we know are racist and crazy. Or, you know, not all of them, but the ones that stand out, that, you know, white supremacy, all that shit. I can't say certain things because my account will get banned, but you know, the hoons, I'm gonna call them hoons, they're gonna exist. There's nothing we can do about that. But making Ariel black, I get it, because that was their representation. They're like, we don't have much representation. Like, just like black people. The representation that I see for gingers are in black shows, black cartoons. It's almost like black people represent the gingers. Like, I don't know who owns these shows or these networks or anything, but that's what it feels like. It feels like black people are the ones that include them in their stuff. You know, I guess it's been from the beginning. But I do feel like other minorities need to sit this out, especially if they have not been on the black people train. If they've been doing their thing, they've been trying to get closer and closer and closer to white people. I think they need to sit this one out.
Okay, first of all, y'all gonna let this 5-year-old tell y'all that we shouldn't be working with the gingers, that we shouldn't be listening to them? She's Asian, right? And before I say anything, I'm gonna preface this with, I'm giving Chinese Americans a pass. If y'all saw the movie Sinners, you'll know exactly why. Isn't she from the community that has been like financial vampires to ours, where they come in and they build shops and other establishments. They don't live in our communities, don't give back to our communities, but they're sucking our wealth out of our communities on a consistent basis, and has systematically left us out of the beauty industry where we can't even become part of the supply chain because they've made sure other people won't work with us. Is that who's sitting up here on her high horse telling us that we should not be taking this olive branch from the gingers? Isn't she from the same community that calls the cops on us because we stand up to them? The same community that calls the cops that come with guns drawn on pregnant women and children? The same ones where if our children take something that they shouldn't have paid for and we do the right thing and bring it back, they assault us? The same ones who assault us because we don't like our nails the way they've been done, or we don't like being shortchanged, or we don't like being overcharged? Those people? The same people who don't hire us, who show contempt for us and disrespect in our communities while they're taking our money? As far as I can recall, we put in $1.8 trillion into this economy, of which we own very little. These are the same people who have unalived us over bottles of juice and gum. And she's coming to us talking about the gingers? Let me explain something to you, little girl. Who do you think you are, coming over here talking to grown black women about what we can and cannot do, what we think and what we should not be thinking? You don't know, because you're over here hawking your stuff. You coming in here for clout. In case y'all hadn't noticed, check out her TikTok page. She's selling stuff. She is true to her people, coming in trying to find a way to tap into our money. And if you don't see that, take a look at her videos. Another thing, unlike you, the gingers kind of understand us a little bit better. During the Salem witch trials, do you know who the majority of the people who were unalived with, being burned at the stake, being hung and being drowned? Yeah, that was the gingers. You know what that's called? Lynching. You know what else they face? Being told that they're dirty. People trying to wash their freckles off their skin. There are black folks down south and up north who've been told they're dirty because we're black. And not to mention the fact that people are constantly putting them down because they have red hair. Oh, and what about they don't have souls? Did you not watch the Godfather saga, where he said, send the drugs to the black community, they have no souls? So I guess you're just a little jealous of the fact that they have found a bridge to cross. Now, we don't have everything in common, but we have enough in common where I would like to reach out to them too. I appreciate being appreciated. I appreciate being complimented. And I appreciate being seen by people who en masse have said, hey, we're black? That's fine. I've never seen an Asian do that. I haven't seen the Asian community reach out to us. And I sure as heck haven't seen the Asian community accept us in our spaces like she just said. Where are your receipts, sweetheart? I don't see any. Where are your talks to your people about letting us into your spaces? I don't see those either. And I'm tired of people calling themselves allies and they don't have any proof. You can say anything you want to on TikTok and make it sound good and look good. But we all saw what happened in 2022 and in 2024 when white women said they were allies. I don't trust you either. So, to the gingers out there, 106,000 black women lost their jobs last month. I don't see the Asian community stepping up. I hear you all stepping up, offering to find our businesses, to connect with us, to network. Let's make that happen. Don't listen to this chick. Not all of us are agreeing with her. And for those of y'all who are, y'all need to rethink your stance and remember who you are dealing with. The gingers have welcomed being black. You will never see an Asian person welcome being black. And you won't see them welcoming us into their communities either, because they're so busy running from us because they don't want to be associated. Remember that the next time you're gassing up somebody like this little girl.
I am not here to tell you that you're wrong. I'm not here to tell you what you were saying was a lie. I'm not here to say any of that. All I'm here to say is there's a huge movement of love happening right now. Pure altruistic love. Whether it was deserving or not, black people have decided to give us nothing but pure love. And ginger people, at least me and the ones that I see, we're trying to reciprocate it in the best way that we can. I literally went and supported a black business yesterday. I'm trying to get together with some people to organize some like get-togethers and like a tour they're calling it. But your message is to stay divided, to lock the door and bar the windows. You're seeing people unite, and your first thing is to jump in and say, no, you shouldn't do that. This is wrong. You shouldn't do that because of what they did before. You should remember that and never forget and keep the divide. You don't seem to be black or ginger either. It seems like you're just hating from outside of the club.
Zendaya and Spider-Man, not my MJ. She's not one of us. Yeah, I remember. Remember Annie, 2014, the horrible things they said about that little girl. Little girl. And mind you, black gingers exist, but they threw her to the wolves. And it's so funny that the original poster is not black, but she had to tell black people to wake up and get it together. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. But I've seen a lot of people in comments on these videos saying this is not funny, wrap the joke up, and y'all told them to take the joke. But when she says something, y'all are awake now. Okay, gotcha. The racist jokes I've seen with this gingers are black trend has been laughable. You mean you're going to the store to get milk to pretend to be a deadbeat black dad because you're black now as a ginger? Interesting. All the trap music, y'all playing stuff I didn't even know existed. But apparently that's how to be black, okay? That's what the ginger said. They said that's the way to be black, is to bump trap music. Got it. This week has just been, we supposed to be resting, y'all. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? I can say I hope this is the final wake-up call for my people, but I don't think so. I don't think so. People been trying to wake y'all up, and y'all were not trying to wake up. But okay. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. In our plight to heal other people's pain and welcome other people, we forget about our own pain and we let anybody and everybody come back in. We let anybody and everybody feel welcome, but forget all the things that they've said, they've done, and the way that they hurt us. Don't know why we do that. Don't know why we do that, but
In as
we need to wrap
much
it up.
as
For real.
I actually want to agree and disagree at the same time, I actually know where this Asian lady is coming from. During that time and the backlash at which this mermaid received, and especially from the red-headed, and it actually caused a lot of ups and downs and all of that. And I wouldn't dispute the fact that black people have always been the people to welcome people in their community. Like, they have always been the people to shine, to make you shine, to beautify your life, to support you, to, like, I think God has created people that looks like me to actually be in such existence. I won't dispute that fact. I won't dispute the fact that black people are always the ones supporting other people. They're always the one trying to make you have a better version of yourself. But when it's time for black people to actually have their own thing, every other person don't want to invite them, and which is so heartbreaking. I know exactly where this Asian woman is coming from, but that does not really mean that Asian people does not do the same thing to black community. Black community is like, black people is very good at helping both Asian, Hispanic, Palestinian, like, you can name it very few. But at the same time, these other people are so quick to show their anti-blackness towards the people that looks like me. So even if what you're saying actually made sense, but that does not make you a better person, right? That does not make you, oh, black community don't support these people, can't support us. Like, it actually goes two ways. This trend, I myself, when I saw the trend for the very first time, gingers are black, I was like, is it scientific proving, or this is a joke? I thought it was actually a joke, and I was just, oh, okay, gingers are black, let's joke about it. But the way people are going into it and trying to make more research is getting more scary. And to the fact that so many people are now going overboard about it, which I still think, which I still think it needs to be on a certain level, you know. But there is one good thing about this. It actually has a positive vibe. You know, I go on my For You page and I see these ginger-headed people. Maybe because I'm also a black woman or a black person. We have emotions. So when I see them, they're all crying, thanking the black community. Oh my God, thank you for accepting us. Oh my God, we've been bullied over years. Do you know what it means to be discriminated against, to be bullied, to be oppressed, and all of that? I never ever knew that gingers are bullied. I never ever knew that they are the black sheep of the family. And seeing all of their stories on my For You, I feel this empathy. I even decided to, I feel this, oh my God, like these people go through something like this. And I believe this is exactly how some, black people were all feeling and trying to, like, okay, we have your back. That does not really mean that they are black people. They are not black people. Like unless scientifically they have proven it. Some people say that they have a descendant of the Asus, which I have not really made a research on that. But I know that there are black gingers, which I have like 3 cousins who are ginger reded. They're black. One mix. So the thing is that these people find out that, black people appreciating them, made them to heal, gave them this healing thing that they had since from birth. I think it's a good thing that they felt like that. Even if, yeah, I know deep inside of me that these people, if it was to be black people, they would not do this for black community. They will not do this for black people. But when you are the head of the world, when you are the first person that ever existed in the planet Earth, when God created you and put you in charge of every other race, God has created black people and they are the number one people. Like every other race came from black people. If you trace it, every other race, the Eve gene proved it. So that's why I was like, when I see it, I was like, okay, let's flow with the energy. Even deep inside of me, I know that no, they're not black. Like they are ginger pan colored. The way they have ginger black people, that's the same way they have ginger, white people. Like my cousins who are ginger black, I won't come tell them that you are white ginger. No, no, no. But the whole thing is that every other race come from black. It's either you leave it or you accept it. Anyway, love this. And I just leave your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please, if you're not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Correct me if I'm wrong. I am very, very open for correction. I'm open for correction. So correct me if I'm wrong. And I will see you, lovely, when I upload the next one.